Let's have a great fight.
Pacquiao trying to get inside and go to the body, and Emmanuel Stewart.
Right now, Manny cannot. I see the size difference. It's a big factor right now. At this stage, the most dominant punch in the fight has been his left jab.
And the last thing people expected to see was Antonio Margarito standing in the middle of the ring and boxing with Manny Pacquiao to bring Margarito's arms and head down.
Well, one thing, Manny makes adjustments as the fight goes on very well. He's a very intelligent fighter.
Margarito has thrown almost exclusively jabs in the first round, but he has had trouble getting rolling in the early parts of some of his fights, notably the Paul Williams fight. Content to stand in the middle of the ring and box with Manny Pacquiao, has not tried to drive him to the ropes.
The size has been a big factor in this fight, as I see right here.
But speed belongs to Pacquiao.
Same facial expression that Margarito had when he fought Cotto.
I mean, you're not supposed to be on the ropes against Margarito, and there he is on the ropes, Emmanuel.
That was the first time that Pacquiao found his body against the ropes. And if there was one thing Freddie Roach harped on throughout training, it was, don't put your back on the ropes. Never.
Toe-to-toe more with some of the great Mexican fighters that he beat south of lightweight.
Good left hook inside left cross inside by Pacquiao. He lands the right hook too as Margarito steps in when he gets close. Uppercuts for Margarito, his favorite punch.
This is why when you asked me, did Margarito have a chance, I said yes.
Delectable experience perhaps for Margarito fighting a man this small.
It's been a long time since Manny Pacquiao looked vulnerable.
First 3 rounds, Margarito's jab is bothering Pacquiao. Good straight left hand by Pacquiao. Another one. Little right hook inside for Pacquiao. Pacquiao flirts with the corner there, then moves away. Now his back is against the ropes. Margarito tries to press the action. Pacquiao hits him flush with a big left hand, and then flurries and backs Margarito off again. The hand speed advantage to get Margarito off of it.
It does look like
just trying to force a knockout is not going to happen. He's got to force it, Manny, to back, and it's a difference in moving side to side. But
he throws the right, then he throws the left, then he steps to the side. So when Margarito comes out of the show, he don't hit him because the guy ain't there. You know, that's good ring generalship. Pacquiao does it all the time.
I see this as a wide fight for Pacquiao. I think Margarito's doing well in spots and rounds, but I haven't seen a round I thought, oh, maybe Margarito won.
No, I give all 3 rounds to Pacquiao also. In case he gets a knockout, fine. But, you know, even though he's landing and winning the fight, he's got to be, but I hope he's in great shape.
I think you're looking at 12 rounds of nerve as he has a big red welt under his right eye. So Pacquiao can do that.
Yeah, Margarito's saying that Pacquiao's not hurting him, but his face is telling a different story.
Indeed. And Pacquiao's beginning to land with almost every punch.
Is Pacquiao maybe younger and better and faster than Mosley, but he's not as physically strong and has to do this rather than just bully Margarito around the ring.
But he's beating Margarito up in this round. There's a huge welt under Margarito's right eye. He's backing Margarito up, and he's hurting him. And Margarito can say all he wants. Pacquiao is fully in control now.
Small he is relative to his opponent, has never stopped punching like he means it.
Most of the fighters today, they punch at the target. Very seldom do they penetrate. But it seemed like that one body punch took everything out of him. He doesn't miss waist punches. His punches are very accurate.
He even has the ability to adjust the punch in mid-arc.
Yeah.
Margarito going to the body against the ropes. That was the first moment that Margarito actually made it look for a moment like his fight against Cotto. And here comes Pacquiao.
As always.
He loves to answer back. Absolutely, he jolted Margarito with a left hand there.
Pacquiao's fighting spirit is something to behold.
Unbelievable.
He loves fighting.
You win rounds against him because if you get him with a punch, he's going to get you back before the bell rings.
That was likely here for Margarito. He said, look, I hope he goes up to 180. Every pound he adds is better for us. Well, of course, since Manny's a southpaw, it wasn't a left hook to the body, it's a left cross, but the bottom
Margarito
line
staggered.
lands in the same place. Straight left-hand shots for Pacquiao, staggering Margarito momentarily there. Big right hook. Great shot. Another great round for Pacquiao. For Antonio Margarito, who at the height of his career a few years ago was averaging 100 punches per round. Creating angles.
Creating angles, yeah, because
there's no way Margarito can find him.
No
way Margarito finds him when he does that.
He started moving right and beat him up that way.
Against Miguel Cotto. Afterward, I asked him what was most impressive. He said, easy, the footwork. I've never seen any athlete in any sport.
Very few people realize that his footwork is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Some bigger than others, but he's winning all of them.
Now Margarito catches Pacquiao twice against the ropes, and Manny finally is able to dodge away. But this gives Margarito energy, this gives him will and confidence, as he's tasted for a moment the advantage of having Pacquiao against the ropes. This is Pacquiao's nightmare, locked in a trap against a much bigger man.
Manny's circling back and forth,
and Jim.
But you got those rounds that is called comparative rounds. I thought Manny wanted.
I think it's Freddie Roach's nightmare. I think it might be Bob Arum's nightmare. But the bottom line is, you're right.
Well, this is a dazzling display of boxing skill, and he's what we call a natural. Been getting with a good trainer that really improved him like Freddie did and brought the best out of him, but he is a natural fighter.
Well, I'll say this. I've covered boxing for 24 years, and I covered Ray Leonard from ringside, and this is the best offensive fighter I've ever seen.
He does it all and fights everybody. That's what I like about him. Jim, before the fight, you said you could see it possibly going to 12-round decision only because of Margarito's size.
Yep.
That's the only factor, but it's strictly a Pacquiao show.
No, if I had a prediction, it was going to be that Pacquiao would win all 12 rounds, win a unanimous decision, and there'd be a lot of nervous moments in it.
Yes.
I thought Pacquiao would stop Margarito right around the 6th or 7th round. Seems to be weathering these storms pretty well in spite of the way his face looks.
Margarito's hanging in, and he's having more flurries as the fight continues, but Pacquiao just stunned him with a right hook and backed him off again. When Manny Pacquiao was a terrific, world-class, one-handed fighter. Margarito banging him against the ropes here, trying to get to Pacquiao's body. That could change the fight. Pacquiao fighting back with his back on the ropes.
And here comes
Manny. And he turns it around and bangs Margarito viciously. Right on that badly bruised right eye of Margarito. Pacquiao hits him again with the left. Margarito nods at him. Pacquiao hits him at will. Bang!
Know who else likes to fight? Margarito.
Absolutely.
I've trained in the gym with Margarito, and what he trains going 15 and 16 rounds. He's still going to be fighting very strong going down the stretch in this fight.
And he's blocking some of the punches, taking some. He took a big left hook there.
And speaking of redemption for Margarito, so far this has been a measure of redemption because he's never stopped fighting his fight in spite of a frightful beating.
Draw your own conclusions.
I talked to Miguel earlier today. Miguel said this was going to be a very tough fight. Because I was telling him I thought that Pacquiao had to edge. He said, man, he may have edge, but it's going to be a hard fight.
What an exchange.
Manny would have knocked him out sooner.
He deserves to win.
Yeah. But it's just a bigger man can absorb the punches a little better than a smaller guy. But a regular 140-pounder, I think Manny would have knocked out
Pacquiao.
If he's in good shape and he can continue to do this, he'll win the fight fairly easy. But, once he gets in the ropes...
He can't knock Margarito out at this point.
Unless somebody wants to stop the fight because of that right eye, which is grotesque, against a guy 17 pounds bigger than himself. Touching him up, beating him up, ruining his face the way he is, this will be in the discussion.
Well, it's not just that Margarito's 17 pounds bigger. It's
Freddie Roach wanted to get the Texas State Athletic Commission to make Margarito shave off the beard, which probably they would have done. Pacquiao said, leave it there. I want to use it as a target. That's a fighter. Boom! Another perfect right hook. What a show. Greatest offensive fighter of the era.
Physically fatigued, both. And this right hook.
That's
What a
He
jab.
never
He's
saw
ready
the
to
right
go.
That's one of the biggest jabs I've ever seen.
hook. It was a right hook. He didn't see it coming.
That was a right hook from Pacquiao.
Yeah, he still may stop him. He may get out of this round, but I think it's a good chance that Pacquiao may stop him in the next couple of rounds.
For Margarito. Just doing it as a show for the referee, or even though he's hopelessly behind and getting
No
hammered.
head movement at all.
Landed a shot, looked towards Cole's.
He again looks at Cole.
I think
How much punishment do you want him to take? That's what he's saying to Cole.
But the referee's doing a good job, I think. It's right that you can't stop it yet. Because as long as the guy's punching back, stage here, he's out being out-punched, but the referee has to wait a few more seconds before he can stop.
Manuel, he's rearranging Margarito's face.
The issue is not Margarito's eye at this moment, it's his brain.
His punches have zero snap. He is waving at Pacquiao.
Joe Calzaghe seemingly was doing that with Roy Jones in the later rounds, too.
There's no question. Pacquiao's pulling his punches now.
Known as an accurate puncher. Floyd Mayweather's watching this thinking, maybe the time is right to fight this guy. Until he felt the time was right. He noticed Hagler slow down, then he took the fight.
That's hard to say because he's fighting such different guys big. Pacquiao, the cultural icon. Manny Pacquiao, the citizen of the world. That's the man. And we're done.
Jim, your prediction was right.
And now, winner of his 8th World Championship, the fighting pride of Sarangani Province, Philippines, Manny Pacquiao.